Everyone stay low. We're on a mission. What is that mission? To guide. To guide everyone into heaven like we're literally in a task force in an army. Like rounding up the lambs. And there are those princes that the angels are like, you're definitely a devil spawn, like you're not no lamb. Little confirmation, angel statue. And you're like, that's fine with me, like I don't care, whatever I am. I'm guiding everyone to be happy, to have faith in God, to be one. Like to be one, everyone one. Not there be any zeros, you could say. Awesome. It's like you are that void, and then what comes through? Boom. Spirit. And like your treasure, the treasure's in heaven, like how do you build that? It's like you're given more spirit. You're given more of the eternal flame. You're given more life, as we talked about before. Boom. Like more source energy, I'm hearing. We have been deserters. Like we deserted. We're out of here. Like I don't care if we're exiled. I'm going. And God's like, I'm going with you. Where are we going? Awakening of the unpossessed. Or awakening of the possessed. It's like, you were never possessed with that like spirit of religion, you could say. Maybe for a time you were. Maybe, trying to get closer with God was like a cryptic thing, and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna look for it in the cryptids instead, and became a cryptid. Looking closely at everything, hearing the voice of God in the wind, in the birds, in the trees, and you being one. You being one. We're really sitting atop that tower again. There's a little ant here that's just saying hello. Hello, Tiny Tom. What are you doing? If you can see everything, my voice is like scaring him away. If you can see everything as an equal, like this little tiny town right here, like little love, so precious. Oh, sorry. My sound waves. But that's how God looks at you. That's how God looks at you. So precious. And you have your shadows. Of course you have your shadows. You're the moon. The shadow has moons. The shadow has moons. Another one joining the fray. Hello, Tiny Tot. Yes. Like this one's going fast. This one's kind of just like curious and going slow. It's kind of, Madoloche dessert. How cute is this? Madolce dessert. This is so adorable. You can this is adorable. Look at those cats. I hope you can see the card better. I'm so happy to be out in the light. I'm telling you, these light readings I definitely do for like the vibrations and like the clear light work, the clear, really feeling the beauty of everything and having everything being able to be divinely timed, like the birds, the little ants, and Karupka. Memory release skill. Clashing souls. I'm hearing, forget about the clashes that you've had, because I feel like some people do leave imprints on others, and it's like a clashing souls of ideals and like things that you've learned. I'm hearing, like what you are all about, and there are clashing souls maybe that you've, again, I've left an imprint, but it's best to be formless, as the animals love, as the tiny tons love to be formless. They can see you as just this, beautiful ball of light, this beautiful energy. We're all just, sitting out in the forest, you could say, just like me, but there our higher self is watching us. And we're that higher self's hero because we put the effort in. We did more and more light work, helping more and more people. Wow. When My robe is kind of stuck under my... Stay low. Okay. Stacia, goddess of creation, called by the grave, by joy. And some people have that, you know, I'm hearing Castlevania. I'm thinking of Tokyo Ghoul. That kind of light-haired, red eyes, and your like human self. And okay, that's very cool. Awesome. So red and blue even being, you know, blue being your human self. Not just angel, but like, you know, humans you could say are angels. And you have that white-haired self, that, you know, almost you could say evil self, but it's not evil. It just, you know, has that aura, has that, like, it is the shadow. Boom. Looks like that. Looks exactly like that. And then your human side, wow, that's awesome. It's your moon. Like, you're the sun. And it's your moon. And it's your moon, and you are the moon of God. Wow. I didn't see the tiny little dragon. You're a healer. A compassionate one, as we see. And there's one way, and it's going straight up. Wow, and there's one way to do it. I didn't even know this was on the back of this card. Merging your light and shadow. Asking that spirit of rebellion for power. You know, that like rebel against the system, thinking School of Rock, like, you know, Jack Black kind of thing. Also Bill and Ted's Great Adventure. Like the great ones. The great ones. You know, it's like that. Like it's the silliness. It's the silliness of, you know, you're like a kid basically, right? But you are still cool and have like fun things that, you know, like aren't, like, you're very mature still. But what do those people from the future call you? The great one, because your vibration was like the it's like you being sent into this abyss. You are the light. You are the ultra human. Boom. You are the dragon. Hello, Tiny Todd. Can you guys see the Tiny Todd? Which one? What card is it going for? It's going on Goddess of Creation, to Send Here, to Yui, to Crimson Dragon, to Ultra Human, to Very Sweet. Boom, and right off the card. You're like an Ultra Human of being sweet. Like, your special ability is how sweet you are. And that's like a dangerous ability. That's like, you know, ones that, again, angels, demons, chibi familiars, you know, chipmunks in the forest, ants, dragons, they all can fawn over. They can see someone that, you know, whatever they are, they're extremely sweet. Even if you look like this. But you know what you are. Awesome. So cool. Monster sweepers, go forth. I'm thinking of like Gachiakuta as well. Like cleaners, go forth. We're taking out the trash. We're taking out the trash, airing everything out spiritually. Like full on. You know, our vibration. Wherever you are, I think, you know, I've had like revelations of my buddy being over in New York and like his energy being needed over there and mine being here. And I might even move to New York, you know, it might be like a concrete jungle situation, but I love, like, you know, being out here. I'm going to stay out here at least for the summer, so all summer long videos of vibrations. I'm probably going to travel. Wow, that was awesome. Book of Moon. I'm going to reflect. We're going to reflect on everything together. We're going to lift each other up and, you know, probably have like a camp out somewhere, like a live. Could you imagine a live stream camp out? That'd be so fun. I'll be cooking food, kissing SW on stream. And, you know, looking at a starry sky, listening to the stars, spend time under the stars. Spend time under the stars. And they're always there in the daytime as well. As Myri told us from Steins Gate, the best. The stars are still there in the daytime. Everyone. That has been our duel. Tail thwap. Knocks the phone over. I don't know how long the video's been, but I do forget to just kind of sit and talk. I could do that for like all day, but I know you guys like the cards as well. What could I say? Just me, just Uranus, just your avatar, just your like freaky time, as I call you guys. Being out here in this kind of nature, in this kind of wilderness, and treating every day like a date for months on end before I, really figured out what I wanted to do. It was like a honeymoon, it felt like. Everything was a sacred memory, everything became truly beautiful, and heaven was, in arm's reach every day. Heaven was a drive over every day. Heaven was that stop on the road that why did I pull over? Like, I'm glad I did. Heaven was getting stuck with almost no gas. 8 p.m. with in a place where there's no lights. There's one town and barely making it home. That kind of thing. I've dove off 40-foot cliffs. I've dove in 3 or 4 feet of water. Very good at it. Just, if you guys have found my Instagram, which I don't use very much, but if you found it, you'll probably find my freaky stories. I edit a lot of anime on it, so if you love anime and getting hyped up with music, you will like my stories. And don't forget to like the video, you guys, please. No, it really does. It really does help the algorithm. It sends it to 10 people for every like, and for every comment, 100. So even you guys just put in some emojis or I love emoticons so much, you have no idea. I love emoticons. They're so much fun. And you you can find joy in every little thing. In the time that you just get to sit out here and be beautiful. I'm so lucky to live here. I'm so lucky to live in a place like this, and the New York arc will be full on building castle funds. And it's gonna be fun. I'll be on top buildings, skyscrapers, just oh, is that B? That's not B. Okay, it's my wand. Oh no, that was B. You okay, B? He's okay. Ask your heart, are you okay sometimes? And if it's no, give your heart a voice. Boom. Give your heart a voice and you give God a voice. And a long time ago, a big revelation was, I don't have a body because then I would exist, but you're that body. You would be in that physical realm, you would be in creation as the creator, but you are that vessel. It's you're in that thing. It's that chibi voice sometimes. That voice of your heart, make it a chibi voice. Make it your inner child, and you make it a voice of God that you can listen to, and you can figure out, how God's feeling, and how do I say this? That God version of you being your child self. Pretty cool, because that's the most evolved form of you. The angels would say, yes, we've matured almost indefinitely to the point where everything is trace, that kind of energy to everything. To everything, to every technique, to every opportunity, to every, job, every specialty. I've been being told to, join the Marines even, and just be in the military. I've always belonged there, and I'm a freak. The freaks belong with the freaks. But it's would I have done that before I knew for sure my heart was purified, my B was purified? Probably not. I'd have fear of, of sin, you could say. But it's if you're, whatever you do, once your heart is purified, again, and a big revelation in this, trigger warning, you could say, but even murder being forgivable if that person was betraying someone's trust. if you want to add on, like hurting someone's family, things of that nature, forgivable. You know, protect your family. That's the thing. It's like, how do I say this? The innobility of not respecting family, like never hurting someone's family, never doing someone harm. It's like, how do I say this? The opposite of that is what spawns wars. The opposite of that is what, you know, spawns like hatred, like the cycle of hatred. Thinking of pain. Naruto truly defeating pain with his words, as he always does. Defeating pain, helping the cycle of hatred come to an end by one person reaching out that hand, one person stopping that cycle of hatred. One person. And you're that person. For your town, for your city, for your family, for your friends to see you as a beacon of, you know, someone that never gave in, someone that never gave up and never grew an ego to harm others. You know, they always had you as an example of what God could really be like. And the stronger you got, the stronger that pull of someone wanting to change because they have you as an example got. So, you know, that's your like title, like beacon of hope, wielder of all for one, avatar, sun breather. The list goes on. Shadow monarch. Light wielder, flame wielder, water wielder, wind wielder, speaking with the eternal wind. And the wind agrees. Alright, you guys. Me and B are going to hang out for a while. Like, oh. But I love you. Take care. Be in the woods. Be in love. Be in life. And every opportunity to bring that to an opportunity, bring that to a situation, bring that to like seeing everything like a High School Musical play. Like boom, everyone just going out and just like vibing. And there's so many examples that you could say used to see, but don't see much nowadays. But you know, the more that we truly begin to cherish each other and begin to see everyone as, you know, potential family. I think that's what I'm hearing. Seeing everyone as potential family until it becomes that. And like, yes, it could be like a test of, you know, like strength here and there, like, you know, butting heads, but it's again, potential family. No one seeing anyone as like, you know, a potential enemy, you could say. A potential like, you know, harmer of that, of your family or yourself. Like that is like God's true goal here, to bring people that see everyone as potential family. And I heard like, you know, bring, like, that's the call. That's the call. Have everyone be potential family. Have everyone be seen, heard, told that they are not only known, but loved by God. And everyone having that moment to where, you know, they can see everyone outside of them as someone beautiful to talk to, someone beautiful to learn from, someone beautiful to hear a story from, or about, or give a story to, everything. You know, tips and tricks and, you know, like being like Freerin even. There we go. Being like Freerin. That 1,000-year mage, and that's the thing, like we totally can live 1,000 years. It's all about how much you want to live. How much you can get hit and still get up. How much you can get knocked down and still get up. And not see anything as like, you know, something to like fully like die over, you could say. Like even like just you're a beacon for everyone, no matter what happens. You're a beacon of hope. You're a beacon of love. You're a beacon of kindness and of like what faith brings. Like, you know, how much God faith brings, I'm hearing. How much God faith brings. And yours is larger than that mountain, more dense, more life within it, that mountain. And I'm looking at like every single pine on every single tree you could imagine. Tiny Seirei. I see it. Yay. God, throwing little Easter eggs for you to see. Everything can be like, quest items. Like I found this like very precious rock, you could say, this morning, just on a little quest. I found B as a quest item. I did not purchase B. It showed up, it was like the crows dropped it off. Just right right in front of my balcony in the grass. Guys, I'm just thinking about how much this channel has grown, how much, how beautiful it is to see everyone coming together as one. Everyone seeing each other as beautiful and, even speaking it out, talking it out. The differences even. The revelations, the identities I'm hearing, like the personas. And God says like, I'm all for it. I love the personas, I love the titles, I love the realizations and awakenings, and you just, you're remembering who you are in the future. Isn't that a strange thing? You're remembering who you are in the future. Every revelation, every dream, you're kind of seeing that future. You're being shown. You've merged with your highest self. You are your highest self. You're just experiencing the past at this point. That's really cool. Somebody let that sink in. It's raining outside. Have a Bakudeku day, you guys. Damn nerd. I can't wait to go on a camping trip with you guys. Bring in the Tiny Tons. I talked to SW, like, we gotta bring the Tiny Tons there. We gotta bring them there. Phoenix Nest. Phoenix Outpost. Out.
Everyone say, I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bro first.